Hello and welcome back again to Stupid Boy. Today we are going to talk about two of famous Brazilian fighters and two of my favorites, and the reason why will watch UFC 300, because UFC 300 is like just UFC 100, 200, 300. So we need to like boost this kind of fight event. But I think I will watch UFC 300 because of these two persons, because these two person are literally impersonification of they are him. They are the main character in the UFC, I think so. Although we have champions other than them, although we one of them is the former champion, is not the champion of their division, but still, whenever they fight, you feel like if you don't watch their fight, you will miss something. This is not because UFC doesn't promote them. This is because we want them to become the main character in the UFC. It's just because the way that they fight represents something in terms of human personality, and what they mean as a fighter is something really different from all these other fighters. The first person that I am going to talk about is Alex Pereira. And although Alex Pereira is like one of the legends in the world of mixed martial arts, in the world of combat sports, I should say, because he is two division champion in kickboxing. So he is like a legend in the sports, in combat sports as a general. But I think this man is my second favorite fighter in the UFC, but I should say third because Peter Yan is my favorite. But after Peter Yan, these two are my favorites: Alex Pereira, the current lightweight champion, and no, the current light heavyweight champion, and the former middleweight champion, Alex Pereira, the man who defeated Izzy, and the man who was, whose aura is something that I think is unmatchable in the UFC. This man has done something that I thought that was not possible, that when he won just by having good kickboxing skills, not having good wrestling skills. Yeah, we know. I mean, I'm not one of those delusional people that will say, this person has a very good wrestling skill and how he just became so good. I think I will say that this person is not a very good wrestler. Of course, he's not very well rounded. I mean, the person that I'm going to talk next is actually very well rounded, but this person is has such a good left hook technique that I think that alone is an equalizer, and that alone can win him fights very easily. One left hook of Alex Pereira and everybody's knocked out. Look at his career. He is a two division champion in kickboxing. Now he is champion in two divisions in the UFC. I think all this time talking about greatest of all time in combat sports, I don't think there's anyone who has done that. And I don't think there will be anyone who will do that. He is also having intentions of moving up to the heavyweight division, and we saw that face off that he did against the champion, the current interim champion. Should not say him as the current interim champion, because I think he should be called champion instead of John Jones. Tom Aspinall, he did that thing with Tom Aspinall where I think he's someone who will have a good matchup against some of these heavyweights just because of how long he is. So I think this is the reason why I think he will always be someone that everybody will try to, if someone is a kickboxer, they will try to, they will try to become like him, because he is someone that has just surpassed the expectations of many people. I was like, this is a kickboxer, okay, he will get easily defeated by someone like Jan Blachowicz, or someone like who is even decent in wrestling, although he's not fought wrestler type of people. He fought someone who is good in wrestling but not like real wrestlers. But I think he should always he should always go down as someone who has surpassed the expectations of many people. And thank you, Adesanya, for bringing such a person in the world of mixed martial arts. Thank you, Adesanya, for that. And the second person that I'm going to talk about is my second favorite fighter after Peter Yan. This is Charles do Bronx Oliveira. I think Charles Oliveira has an aura that just makes me, watch his fights, not only in terms of the quality of his fights, because his fight is always interesting, but the way that he has improved himself. I think for me that is the most relatable thing in Charles Oliveira, because earlier he used to quit in his fights. We have seen this. We have seen this in his fight against Paul Felder, against Max Holloway, and all the other early fights that he lost. I think he's someone who has improved so much, and people will relate always. I mean, this is a very this is a very cliche thing to say, but when you seem like someone who can be defeated, you are more relatable to people, because it's not that people are losers most of the time. It's because they seem more human to us. And and although Khabib Nurmagomedov is the greatest lightweight of all time, I give him that. Although Islam Makhachev is Khabib 2.0, but the thing is about Charles Oliveira, why I like Charles Oliveira is the way that he has improved himself. This is what we really relate to as as a person. I think for him to just overcome adversity and just fight through it, and then just become the champion, and then have those three legendary fights. I think the title run of Henry Cejudo, when he defeated the TJ Dillashaw, when he defeated Demetrius Johnson, when he defeated Dominic Cruz, and this one where Charles Oliveira has defeated Michael Chandler, Justin Gagey, and then Dustin Poirier, will always be in my mind. Like, all of the world was against him when he fought Justin Gagey. Everyone, literally everyone was against him. I thought that he could have made weight, and I think that he made weight, but he was really, everybody wants Gagey to become champion. I think so. I think he was done dirty in there. I think it was just like Gagey was, eligible to become champ, and he wasn't, even though he was a champion. It just felt so, just missing by zero point 0.2 pounds, missing like his weight by zero point 0.2 pounds. He was 155.2. It felt like the whole world was against him, but still he won in the first round. And the way that he won, Gagey is a brawler. He brawled against Gagey, he dropped him and choked him out. This is just like this fighter is actually, for me someone like Charles Oliveira. Charles do Bronx Oliveira will always be. I mean, I look at him and I'm thinking about, I have this problem in my life, but this person has overcome adversity so many times. So it's just like you will get motivated by seeing this person, the way that he fights, puts everything on the line, and we should always respect him for that. And these are my reasons to watch UFC 300. Although UFC 300 has a very good prelims card, where Alexander Rakic, where Yuri Prohashka, where you have very good fights: Aljamain Sterling, Calvin Cater, Bo Nickel, everyone. Bo Nickel, although in the main card, which is a tragedy in itself, but he's a good fighter and he's an upcoming fighter. We should always respect that. But for me, these are the reasons why I watch UFC 300, because yeah, although I like Arman Sarukian, but I want Charles Oliveira to win somehow. Not somehow, because he has a very good chance of winning. I think he's favorite in this fight. Arman Sarukian is good. Like, he's also him. But the thing about Arman Sarukian is that his potential is great, and I think he's not still in his prime, because he's very young. I think he will be in prime after 3 or 4 years. He will become, like someone who can't be defeated, someone like Islam Makhachev. He won't be that interesting like Charles Oliveira. I think he will be just someone that can't defeat, like Islam Makhachev right now. I mean, those fighters are not relatable to me, because I look at them and I just see them, They are inhuman. They're not like, they don't behave like human. Khabib Nurmagomedov, same as these people, like they just, they never lose. So for me, Charles Oliveira is more relatable. That's why I like Charles Oliveira. He's my favorite fighter in the UFC lightweight division. And my favorite fighter is actually Peter Yan. Good for Peter Yan, winning against Song Yadong. What a crazy name. Winning against Song Yadong in UFC 299. And this is why I watch UFC, have these great personalities, and the personalities that I can relate to. So they are him, Charles Oliveira and Alex Pereira. So what's your reason to watch UFC 300? If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And one more thing I need to say, because I made a Patreon where I would use all the money that I get, which I don't get. I mean, I haven't got yet, but if I get, I will just spend all my money on trying to improve the production quality in this channel, which you can see is very trash, but I will try to improve if I get something. And that's it for the video. We talk about martial arts, we talk about football, we talk about the things that I like, the things that get me excited, not those things, like things that get me excited in a very good way. This is the thing that we do. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.